Today I am talking about the wine influence. What is the wine influence? Who is the wine influence? What are you trying to do there? I just want to learn more about the wine influence, and yeah, I'm here to tell you a little bit more so that when you see videos, you know what's up. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, so my name is Taiwo. You can call me Ty, you can call me Kem, you can call me Ty Kem. But I'm just dropping a video to just explain a little bit more about the wine influence, what I'm doing with the wine influence, and you know, just to learn more about what you would like to see if you're interested about the world, if you're interested in the world of wine. So would love to hear. But before I dive into it, I want to talk a little bit about the wine influence. So if you don't know and if you don't follow the wine influence, just hop over to Instagram and follow the wine influence. That is where I post all my wine related content, and you can be a wine lover, you can be a non-alcoholic wine lover, you can be just someone who's interested in understanding what in the world does wine do or mean. Just follow my page. I am getting a bit more consistent, but we'll be posting more wine tips, more vineyard explorations, and just wine content overall. And one thing I will say is what really brought me to this world of wine is just wanting to know more about wine. And I think my love and my appreciation for the world of wine has fallen deeper. I started the wine influence about a few years ago, where I was just trying to figure out what I really wanted to do in this wine world. What kind of impact I want to make this wine industry. And I realized it's not all gonna come to me on day one. I just have to grow my knowledge, my experience, my expertise, and my love for wine. So with this page, I started sharing wine content. I was going to wine events, wine festivals, meeting winemakers. And honestly, I was just like, yeah, this world is not diverse. It's so challenging, it's so hard to break through. How will anyone ever take me seriously? And then I just started reading up about wines, following a lot more wine pages to understand this world a bit more. And of course, going to wine tastings and doing my own personal wine tastings to just taste different wines and just learn about different regions, different notes. And the notes part, I'm still learning. I do take a certification in a month. But it was more because it's a very, very, very complex, I would say wine can be it's just a very complex profile of flavors. So yeah, so that's what's happening. But as I continue on this journey, I am loving the world of creating content about wine. So that's what's happening over at the Wine Influence. And I'm also hosting limited experiences, sharing wine with experiences. So my first event from this year was a Pilates and wine experience, and we partnered with NAN, and NAN is a non-alcoholic wine. And I know it was like, why is your first partnership with a non-alcoholic wine? Because I actually love and support non-alcoholic wine brands, de-alkalized brands. I personally support them because I do feel like sometimes you do need to take a break from alcohol. And yeah, I had my own personal experience, which I will share in this video. But yeah, so I did that with NAN, and we had a Pilates and wine experience, and I partnered with a Pilates instructor. Her name is Natasha, and she was amazing, and she led the class in Pilates, and then we took a little break, a little intermission, and then did a little wine tasting experience. And it was such an amazing experience, met a lot of people, and you know, the non-alcoholic wine experience was amazing because I had some friends there and new members and new people that attended, and they really enjoyed the experience. They really were trying to taste different notes, and it was such an amazing experience to see other people doing it when I was doing that, you know, in my own house, trying to figure out notes. So that was amazing, and I am definitely gonna look into pairing more experiences with wine tastings, and yeah, so I'll keep you all posted about that on the Wine Influence, so just check out the Instagram. Now I'm gonna go into a little lighthearted, my favorite wine. So my favorite wine overall, or before I, you know, started falling in love with the complexities of wine, was a Cabernet Sauvignon. That is a very, I would say, a very interesting, or you have to have a certain taste for that wine to be a favorite. But the reason why it was my favorite was because it was so easy to get like my hands on a bottle when I was younger. And I loved, not like a baby, but this was like my first intro wine. So that's why I call it. It was so easy to say. It was at every restaurant. I wasn't even going for certain brands. I would just give me a Cabernet Sauvignon. And I would get that, and I would like how complex it was. One thing about Cabernet Sauvignons is that they're very dry but very spicy. And when I mean spicy, it's not like, you know, like Nigerian stew pepper. Like, it's not like that. It's just very spicy notes in terms of like peppercorn or like very dark smoky taste. I think that's the best way I can say it, and I love that. But now, right now in this season, because it might change tomorrow, but I'm in my white wine season and my natural wines. Really love orange wines, but really like, you know, the myriad of different ranges of wines in the natural world. And then I am a Riesling girl. I love me some Riesling. I know a lot of people say, oh, that's such a simple wine, but it's not. Rieslings can be very interesting from various different regions, but from Germany to be exact, like there's a Riesling that I do have on my phone that is like, it's like one of my top faves. But I do have a wine that is a Riesling from Lake Erie that I can't wait to share with you all, but also I can't wait to taste it because I think it might take over. Now, in terms of my experience with wine, like, you know, it was always like, it's not only wine. I think my experience with alcohol has been a love and hate relationship. I call myself 2-drink Thai because that's all I could do. I really try to monitor how much I drink, when I drink, where I drink. Like, for me personally, I try not to open bottles in the house unless I have like, you know, something happening, a guest coming over, or we're drinking it together. But it's really hard for me to open up a bottle and say, I'm gonna open this for myself and drink it. And I think it's really learning the balance and the control around drinking. And, you know, if you are, I will say, if you ever feel like you do come to a place of where like I'm drinking a little bit too much, or this is a lot, it's fine to take a break, and it's fine to be sober. I support that lifestyle. There's so many other things to drink. There's water. God made water for a reason. But it is important to monitor yourselves, be real with yourselves, and be true to yourselves. And I think, yeah, for me, there was a period where I did not drink for a whole year, and that was a pivotal year in my life, because I think after that I like started to, because I was just taking it back, and I learned from that. And I took a break from wine for that year. And then after I started drinking again, it was definitely 2-drink Thai all the way. But going past that story, I say that to say that, yeah, controlling alcohol and monitoring like your intake is very important. So that's one thing I definitely do support. I talk about because why not share those tips? You know, like I have a lot of wine in my collection, but I definitely monitor how I drink all of them. Now, in terms of my favorite experience in wine, I think my favorite experience with wine is just like going to wine events, meeting people. And like the best one I went to, I think it was last year, it was one wine magazine, I forgot. I went with a friend. I think it was like the top 100 wines, and they had hundreds of wines in the room, like different winemakers or wine brands with, you know, what is it, like either the reps there, or either the winemakers or the wine the brand owners there. But I went around and I tasted so many. And of course, if you ever been to one of these experiences, they have like these spit cups, or where you could like, you know, throw your wine out. You don't have to drink the whole glass. But that was such an amazing experience. And they paired it with food. And I think in general, that's making it really high level. But I love going to those events as opposed to like simple wine tasting basic 101, because I feel like you get to kind of like meet the brand 101, or the brand owners, or the people that represent the brand. Sometimes they're distributors, which is okay too. But yeah, I think that's like one of my favorite experiences, just going to those things, and I can't wait to go back and be invited for some. But what's next to come for me in this wine space? Like, for me, it's really growing my network and meeting more people, but also exploring more new wines that are breaking into the industry, as well as getting some certs, you know, getting some certifications, growing in this industry, share more content, going to more vineyards. Vineyards provide peace and serenity. I'll throw in a video to show how peaceful a nice vineyard could be. This vineyard that I might throw in a clip of is in Virginia, and I went with my two girlies and and we had such a great time because it was so peaceful. It was so nice to take in, and of course the photos, they came out amazing. But one thing about vineyard is that it can just provide so much peace and serenity. So yeah, so definitely want to drop that. But thank you for watching this video. Definitely follow the Wine Influence, follow my page at TyChem, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.